Hey, this is Daryl Olson, and welcome back. Uh, this next fly for delayed harvest we're going to tie is, the trout have been released in the river system, and now they're getting used to eating real food, bugs and things like that. So the next fly we're going to go ahead and tie is called the Zug Bug, and the creator was Cliff Zug from Pennsylvania in the early 1930s. And some people believe that the Zug Bug is a predecessor or precursor to the Prince Nymph. And anyway, let's take a look at it, and I'll explain the materials as we tie it and go along. Okay, this here's the Zug Bug, and it was originally designed, from my understanding, to imitate a case caddis or some kind of caddis larva, and but it's like a generic pattern. It can imitate a number of aquatic insects. So why don't we go ahead and get started? I'm using can't find my package, a 2XL nymph hook. So we'll go ahead and debarb that. If I find it, I'll show you the package, but just any standard 2XL nymph hook on there. Let me see if it's on my other desk here. No, I'm not seeing it. Kind of look over here a little bit, but I'm not seeing it there either. I'm going to go ahead and weight this down with some .015 lead-free. Lead-free wire. If I can find the end of it. And we'll just go ahead and I'm going to give it 10 wraps. And we'll squish that up. And I'm going to use some ADOT 72 denier in black. And just start my thread back behind the bead of the eye of the hook. And just take the thread over just above where the barb used to be. And we'll kind of build up a taper or a dam in front and behind the And then we're going to take some 3 peacock, or maybe 4, depends on what I can get out, peacock swords for the tail. And we're going to want the tail, oh, I don't know, about a hook gap or a third of the hook shank. Try to straighten that out a little bit. And we're going to add a rib in there. I'm using some silver brassy. If you wanted to go a little heavier, you could do medium. And then use your wire cutter to cut off the wire, not your scissors. And I'm going to put my wire on the bottom. Next material I'm going to use is 3 peacock herls. Now on this fly I'm going to change it up and go with one on the stem. You could go with the bunch, but I don't know. I haven't decided really which ones I really prefer, but I do think by looking at it that sometimes the peacock herl in the bunches, sometimes they're not that great looking, but they do have their place. And I'm going to tie this on the top. And take it back to where the tail starts. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap this up to the thread. And using that lead wire kind of already provides the shape of a great looking body. Got some locking wraps, and we can trim this off. wrap my wire. You could use flat tinsel if you want, or even French tinsel. I kind of like the wire or maybe the French tinsel over a flat because I like to have most of that peacock herl kind of on display. It's such a pretty color. Helicopter that off. It's cooperating today. Now I'm going to put some legs or a soft hackle on there. I'm going to be using partridge, but you could get by with brown hen on there. Ruin that one. And we're going to tie this in by the tip. Cut a little bit of this off here. Get my hackle pliers. Try not to pull too much on that. And we're going to give it maybe 2 or 3 wraps. Maybe only 1. It looks like all I got left is stem there. Next we're going to take a mallard flank, only need 1, and we're going to make that little white wing case or whatever you want to call it. tighten that down. We're going to trim this off. Kind of move that a little bit. And now we'll build up our head. It's a nymph, so it can have a big head. Okay, and then we'll whip finish. And we'll trim that off. And now we're going to create that little wing case. Here's our little wing case. And then we'll apply a little head cement. And just in case if I got some thing in there, I'm just gonna put a feather through that. If I can get it in there. There we go. And there you have it. The Zug Bug. Yeah, that is the Zug Bug. And the way you can fish it where you're bouncing it off the bottom. It can be suspended like an emergency emerger. And then as a wet fly, swinging it through the current. This thing will catch fish no matter what time of the year it is. I'm sure it has to deal with primarily the beautiful peacock colors that it has on there. But yeah, give it a try. I'm Daryl. We'll see you on the water.